Welcome back to another live session for the next session of NY. After NFP, we can see that as expected, the market has given us significant bullish impulsive move back to the upside after this initial pullback. The market is maintaining that bull market here on gold and looking for further trading opportunity in this session here. As you can see, the price already has made its initial bounce back to the upside from this key level of support and waiting for further entry opportunity. Probably will get very soon an entry. I was expecting this move directly to hit this key level. That's where you could find an entry as soon as you see the market has tested this low here. This is the 1 hour price action. We will be looking for the multi-time frame analysis to find the key level, and then we are looking for entry as soon as it appears. I hope that guys, you are ready for another trading week. I would like to see all the members are here. Let's go, let's grind. Yes. I see many members already here. Would like to see all are present before we look for any trade setup. If you are present, say yes. Up for the same trial. Thank you. Good buy opportunity. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. If you guys look at it, you can see there is a pretty sharp move on gold from here. One single impulse back to the upside here, expecting it to potentially drop further below here to this support level, which is an important support on gold. Welcome. I've been waiting for the pullback. Yet we all in the same page, waiting for that pullback to happen, and we can see the market, in fact, it's moving in that direction, going for that pullback here in this market. So that being said, here what we are looking at here, if you guys look at it, you can see this is the lower time frame price action where there is a double top, and with this double top here we can see the market slowly breaking that low and expecting the price to come back here to this key level of support. That's where looking for a possible entry in this market. So looking at also the 15 minutes and the lower time frame here, if you look at here, you can see this is the 5 minutes price action, and we can see a complete drop here to this key level of support, expecting it to break that low further, and then we can look for possible entry in this market. If you look at it here, this is an important support, expecting the market to possibly break that low for a potential entry in this market. We are seeing the price is showing that move, and with this move here, which is this is current impulse here, expecting the deeper pullback here, and that's where the opportunity may come for us to enter, because it's a bull market. I'm looking for entry to the upside. Still the market is maintaining that strong bullish market structure. If you guys have any different opinion, you can share your thought. What do you think that gold is going to do here today? Do you think that it's coming for deeper pullback? I'm posting a poll. What do you think gold is going to do today? Bullish or gonna be bearish? What's your thought? And if I have a buying opportunity, I think welcome. Let's wait to see. It's a buy opportunity, absolutely, because it's a bull market. So we are looking only to buy this market here. Now in that bullish market, so if you look at the 4 hour here, where an important support that you can see, and in that support level, which is a key level of support, wanting to see the market is testing that low and then rejecting back again. This is the daily price action. If you guys look at it, you can see with this daily price action where there's a daily bullish impulse followed by narrower daily candle here, and in that area that you can see the market is maintaining an uptrending market structure. Now, first day of trading week, an important day because Monday and Friday are 2 days that the best trade comes always in the market. Though we see every single day at different time different trading opportunities, but these 2 days are specials because of the weekly open, daily open, and also weekly close, daily close. So there's a lot of orders and volume in the market during these 2 days here. So that being said, here is that we can see, if we look at the 15-minute chart on the lower time frame, what we are looking at in this market. This is with this double top. If you look at what you can see, that with this double top formation, the market is slowly building the pressure back below here in that area, which is an important support. And that being said, if we look at the 5-minute chart, we can see the price from this support level initially has gone up, and then we see that it has come down for a pullback here. If you look at the 15-minute that I'm looking at this time frame, as expecting the price to break that current low here. And 15-minute chart also has another important criteria. If you guys look at, you can see there is a crossover of 10 and 20 am on the 15 minutes. Early during the London session, we were trading during that time and we saw the market had a bounce back to the upside. I would like to place a pending order now at 15 minutes 20 am. Are you guys ready with me for a pending order? Say yes if you are ready for a pending order here on the 15 minutes 20 EMA, as that's where an important level that we are looking at here. And if we look at the ATR, the 48 pip ATR, and if we look at for 5-minute chart, just for the ATR purpose, we can see that 5 minutes ATR here, which is 27 pip, which is coming to around 40 pip, 42 pip stop loss. Or if we look at the 15 minutes, 15 minutes ATR here is 48 pip. So if we look at the 41.5 ATR, $72 pip, we'll be placing 72 pip stop loss. We're keeping a little higher target, but depending on the price action, we can adjust our TP. So we are placing a buy limit here on XAUUSD. Buy limit at 3612, and I'll be explaining also the full strategy, how we are doing. Stop loss at 3606.05 and TP target setting at 3626.47. and placing a buy limit, waiting for a possible entry. And also I'm sharing the same trade in the premium group. Place the pending order here at buy limit 3612.79. Place the pending order on XAUUSD here, or for this potential possible move in that area on gold. And what we could see here, what I think after this drop here, the market to get a rejection back again to the major direction of the trend. So we place here with 72 pip stop loss with tight risk, and we might get a trigger, expecting the market to drop here and then to reject back again to the upside, as this is also the 4-hour support aligning with also the 15 minutes 20 EMA. So with that move, what we can expect here for the price to test and then reject back again to the upside here. From the 1 hour also you can see this is the 1 hour support level, and that is where there is a smart money area, which is the liquidity zone. As the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, expecting it to break and then reject back again to the upside to the major direction of the trend. Are you guys ready for another entry? So yes in the live chat. Welcome everyone. Hello, thank you for joining. The market is coming back below here. Potentially we get a trigger, and expecting the trigger here. Get ready for another setup. Thank you. All right, so here is waiting for a break below, and we place the pending order. Very simple. The 4-hour support, as if you look at here, we can see the market open, and then from this support level, there is initially bounced the price, as it is a very sharply bull market. We are on a bullish market structure. If you look at the daily here, we can see the market is in a very strong uptrend here. Now, looking at that from that point of view, if you look at the lower time frame, we can see the market is trending here, expecting it to remain bullish back to the upside here to create a new higher high in this market. There's a move that we can see on gold, wanting to see the price to break below further to this support level here, and then to return again to the major direction of the trend. Looking at 15 minutes here, this is based on the intraday time frame, where there is a 15 minutes bullish impulse with crossover of 10 and 20 EMA, and the market tested this 20 EMA. From this support, we can see the price slowly building that pressure back to the upside and expecting a retest and then return back again to the major direction of the trend. As a key level here, we are on a very important support level, expecting the market to test and then to return again to the upside. We need to see that break below, and there is a doji here form on the lower time frame. Welcome. Yes, thank you. I always miss your London session. Please, what time is London session class cover? So London session starts in Sydney Melbourne time around 5 p.m. So depending on your zone, and this one is here in my zone in 10 p.m. If you guys missing any of this, don't miss out by joining the Telegram channel. You can find link below this video. And also I'm sharing the Telegram link where I do share all the schedule news, all the schedule about news, as well as schedule about our live session. You guys can see that. So I have shared the Telegram link. You can join the Telegram link. Welcome. And you see the market getting the rejection. It didn't test that 20 EMA from the 15 minutes chart yet, so which is showing that possibly further upside here. This is a very sharply bull market, and that is why the market is, whenever coming down, the buyers taking control on the market. So which is sign that this is strongly bull market here. And if you look at the 4-hour chart here, that you can see also from this support level, it's carrying the rejection back to the upside here. From the 1 hour also you can see the market is carrying rejection back to the upside here in this market. Lower time frame price action that you can see, this is where the 15 minutes price action, a doji with a move pullback, expecting this price to potentially trend back down here to test that 20 EMA and then to reject back again to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. Here is what we have seen, that a double top, and with this double top formation, the market after the double top created a structure, expecting it to break below, test that 20 EMA, and then to return back again to the upside. Here is the move that you can see on gold, and expecting the price to potentially drop down further here to this support level. There is a series of lower high, expecting the market to possibly trend and then to revert again to this support level here to create a new lower low in this market. Here is also maintaining that if we look at, this is the 15 minutes price action, where an important support here in this market. And if we look at the 1 hour chart here, that you can see also a pretty long doji from the 30 minutes, that you can see also the market is maintaining that here quite a few long wick rejection from this support level to the upside here in this market. we can see it's bouncing off this level, and our entry pending order is here, as we want to enter when the market is in fact in a key level. That's what we're looking at in this market, to find a zone where there is a high liquidity zone, high probability area. Here is series of lower high that you can see on gold, and with this series of lower high, expecting the market to break that low here, to retest and then to reject back again to the upside here to create a new higher high in this market. Welcome back to this live session. Sell TP. Come on, I'm not looking for any sell. It's again, it's the trend. I wouldn't recommend that any sell trade. The major trend here is bullish. Okay, so our goal here is to trade with the trend. That's the key here, guys. So if you look at, this is where you can see there is already an impulse correction. It's trying to form another impulse. Always keep in mind that always look for the trade to trade in the major direction of the trend. So if you look at here, you can see this is also series of higher low, and in this series of higher low, if you look at here, what happened here, the market has broken for the first time this series of higher low in that area. So if you look at here, you can see this series of higher low, the market tested this support, grabbed the liquidity, and then bounced back to the upside here. And with this cross of this level here on this series of higher low, the market has made its move, pullback, and the market is maintaining that series of higher high and higher low, which is in an uptrending market. And you can see that for the first time the price has broken that series of higher low here, and once the market broken that series of higher low, grab the liquidity and bounce back to the upside again, we see that there is another attempt from the buyers here. And what we are looking at here is the market to test the lower shadow of this previous liquidity zone here. Do you have any confusion about the liquidity? We'll be discussing more in depth on that. If you have any question, let me know, guys. We'll be discussing about what is liquidity. As you can see, there are 3 secrets in the market always. Every trade that I open, you guys have seen past week, 6 trade, we have opened all of them winner, and some of them are massive move that you guys have seen. That what is the secret behind this? There are only 3 secrets: market structure, liquidity, and price action. As 3 is a very important number, as you know that it's always important. You'll see that 3 is in many aspects in many areas. So in market, 3 also very important number: market structure, liquidity, and price action. So based on these 3 fundamental building blocks of the market, we are looking for entry, and one of the 3 fundamental building blocks of the market is liquidity. And if you look at the previous 1 hour candle, is stronger liquidity gap here in this uptrending market, and that zone is quite important. Any time the price coming back below that level is where we can look for possible bullish entry, and we will be discussing in fact in depth on why it is so important that this level, why there is liquidity here. Because if you are opening a trade, you need to know the mechanism of the market, right? Mechanics of the market. probably you have studied the mechanics of material. For those who are civil engineer, mechanical engineer, or any physics students, you know that what does it mean to be learn to do the mechanics, right? Mechanics is very important to know how things works, and mechanics of the market is also important as a trader to know actually why the market moves in the way it moves, and this why is super important to look at. That being said, looking at here in this market, let's see where it is heading. I'll take a 1 minute break, coming back, and then we will be discussing in depth on while we are pending order is on, how do you know till where the liquidity hand goes. Yep, we will be looking at that point right now after 40 seconds break only. All right, so here is back on track in that area that we are on in this market. We are looking at. Joe is thank you. All right, now what we are looking at here, guys, this is 1 hour price action, and the market with this quite a few long wick candles in that area. Here is the price made its move back to the upside here, and if you look at what we can see, that this is the doji move, breakdown again, move back to the upside, which is currently showing that potentially now from the 5 minutes, from the lower time frame, from the 5 minutes perspective here, that we can see the market is maintaining that bullish market structure here. With this support level, a big move, pullback, the market is maintaining that uptrending market structure in that area here. So looking at 1 hour, which is again showing that possible doji, this is where there is a liquidity trigger in this area, pretty important support level, and expecting it to bounce back to the upside with one single move. And where we see that the price, if you look at here, you can see it crossed that low, grab that liquidity, and 1 hour candle closing. And once 1 hour candle close, if you look at the 4 hour, you can see it is in a bullish move. So as soon as the price drop to this support, what I think, if this 1 hour candle closing as a narrow doji, we highly likely could see possible further deeper pullback. Are you guys waiting for the deeper pullback? This is what I'm waiting on, or you are waiting for entry from the top? What's your preference? What I think here is that the market possibly to come back below, and this is what you guys have seen the past week, back to back 6 win in a row. Not only 6, if you take the week before, we had over 90% win rate from that zone, which is showing that the market, in fact, we see, in fact, the market shows that direction of the trend by creating the market structure. We discussed previously, welcome, an important topic about the market structure, liquidity, and price action. Right, so this is what we discussed. Now, why it is so important to look at the market structure, liquidity, and price action? Now, when we see the market is moving, if you look at here, you can see it's a sharp liquidity grab and bounce. Now, why it's quite important to see that the market is, if you look at this level, is quite important, right? Now, what's the reason behind it? Let's understand it. As I mentioned earlier, the mechanics is very important to know that what is the reason behind. As I also mentioned previously, reason is very important, you know. Otherwise, there is a very high chance that we, rationalize ourselves to take a trade which is not there. Reason is very important. Reason help us to understand the validity of each trade that we are opening. Is it following the strategy or no? And so reason comes from understanding or questioning. Okay, so that's why before open each trade, it's always best to ask one vital important question, that am I opening this trade because of what reason? Is that I think that the market will go up, or there is something that showing as per my strategy, right? Which is very important to look at. And from that perspective, that if we look at here, the reason is smart money bought from that level. You see, this is what the most important part of opening a trade. Because as a retail trader, if we trade all together, every retail trader open position at the same time, the market may not move even much. So the market mover is the smart money, right? So to trade, to take a bigger move, we need to trade with the smart money. And that's why the liquidity, because if you look at, let's understand a little bit of pullback, replay chart here on this pullback. So if you look at here, you can see when the market was coming down for this pullback, what we have seen, there is a very important phenomena that you can recognize here. What did you see? This is the 1 hour chart. After this very strong bullish breakout, the market back to back 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, and all of them form series of higher low. And with this series of higher low formation, what happened, that when the market is maintaining that series of higher low, that means below each bullish candle, okay, so if you look at here, you can see below each bull candle, it's a support, and below each bull candle, there is liquidity. So if you look at here, you can see below each bullish candle, there is a liquidity. The market dropped to that, grab liquidity, and then bounce back to the upside here. Okay, so with this movement, as below each candle there is liquidity, we can see that whenever the market coming breaking this low here, those stop loss, they are buyers, right? The buyer's stop loss is a sell order. That's the secret, because every buyer's stop loss act as a sell order. We think that we are a buyer, we are only buying, but also you are selling, right? Because you think that I am only buyer, but you are also a seller. Because at some level you are a buyer, the other level you are a seller. And you are a seller means when you trigger your order as a stop loss, that means you sold instead of buying. So you are a volunteer buyer but for seller when the market drops to that you stop loss if you don't move it. Now, when you are a seller, that means someone else on the other side buying. Who is buying? Smart money is buying. And now this smart trader are those who buy from that area where the smart money is buying. You see that? And the market afterwards. But you can see it's now pushing back again to the upside. Didn't trigger us. The market is maintaining that bull market. This is the 1 hour price action. I'm still keeping my entry there as we see that breakout. It didn't cross that low, didn't come to our entry, but you can see the market is pushing back to the upside here in this market. And that is where, if you look at, you can see that it's a bullish market structure here is in that area. So that's what we need to look at a market to give us an entry if we want to find a very high probability trade. And as you can see that from that level where it maintained that support, the market had a bounce back to the upside here with one single move. Pretty stronger move back to the upside. I'm still keeping that buy limit here. We see there is a sharp break to the upside, but I'm keeping that buy limit here still to the upside in this market. Crossing that high here with a one single move back to the upside in this market, which is maintaining still bullish market structure, and we see multiple liquidity trigger along the way. When the market is such a strongly bullish, especially if you look at here, you can see it's an all-time high, and we want to see like this kind of breakdown. Primarily, you have seen that there was an initially, so we have one more hourly candle. Before the 4-hour close, and here is a very important support that you can see on gold. You can see that this is the from the intraday, where the candle close, and that support that we can see from the intraday perspective. With an inverted head and shoulder formation, it completely broken back to the upside here. expecting it to come back below to this support. Here is the move that you can see on gold, and that's a pretty sharp bounce back to the upside here in this market. And that's what we are looking at, the lower time frame. Again, we can see the market is trending with one single move back to the upside, expecting the price to come back here to that support. So from the 15 minutes, we can see it's respecting this 10 EMA. It didn't test the 20 EMA yet. So anytime coming to retest the 20 EMA is a very important zone that you can look for possible buy entry here in this market. Here is the move that you can see the market is maintaining that downtrending market structure. All right, guys, so you can see some pullback here, which is expected here in that area. With this pullback, this is a key level of support that we are looking at in this market. From the 5 minutes that we have seen very sharp breakout, and I'm still on that pending order here, still on. And before the 4-hour closed, we still can expect for the market to come back here again for potentially another retest. And that's also the 1 hour 10 EMA that we can see in our entry at the place where we place the pending order. Are you guys ready for a move? Okay, so you see from this support, it's getting again another rejection back to the upside. So what do we have in our pool that we posted? The result is 49 votes. So if you guys cast a few more votes, will be helpful for the pool. And we see that 80% traders bullish. That's a very good prediction, guys. Majority of them in the right direction. I am also bullish today. We are waiting for pullback, and we can see that this is the 15 minutes price action form an inverted head and shoulder. This is a very nice looking inverted head and shoulder that has formed on this, and which is potentially moving back to the upside here in this market. So why can't we make trade on this big move? Because the price came to almost out TP. So yeah, we placed our pending order at the level that we expected the market to break. It left around 18 pips. So it almost came to that level where we are looking at, but it didn't has broken that structure that we are looking at. And it is the part of trading. That's how we will be waiting for the market to show up that level, and that's what we are looking at. If you guys look at it, you can see this is an inverted head and shoulder, and with a very sharp breakout with that inverted head and shoulder, and there is a 10 and 20 MA crossed over from each other, grab the liquidity and then bounce back to the upside here. So it doesn't mean that it's not gonna come back again, it's gonna break again. Okay, the market like that, the market breaks from the structure and then recreate a new structure. That's how the market moves. If you look at here, 1 minute, there was initially a rejection here. Okay, so with that move on gold and current level at the 15-minute support. And you can see the price is in that area, in fact showing that at zone where this is a very key level of support that we can see the market has made its move back to the upside, maintaining series of higher low. And from the 4-hour chart here, that you can see the price also showing that uptrending market structure here. So lower time frame price action, this is pretty bullish. Now, as I mentioned earlier, guys, we only will be opening from the zone that you are looking at, and the market has to come to that level to give us that entry. We can see it's a strongly bull, but at the same time the market at some point coming to the area that we are looking for entry. And this is the 1 hour, which is the current support level is here. There's a 15-minute candle close coming. Here is the market coming back possibly to this support and support here, expecting breaking below for an entry. Now we can move our pending order little earlier. I'm looking at that zone possibly, but still we have there the market made a significant move back to the upside here. We might need to readjust the pending order, but we still have 45 minutes for this 4-hour candle to close. And from the 1 hour also showing that sharply bullish. So there is a breakup structure coming up here where this is support. Okay, the market coming for a pullback here. Are we going to revise our pending order? Let's look at 30 minutes price action, how it is evolving. And we might be able to adjust our pending order for possible entry. So if you look at here, you can see the market is now moving back below to this intraday support from the 1 hour. So I'm going to place the new pending order adjusted to again to this 15 minutes 20 EMA, which we might see here. And with okay, so here is placing that buy limit adjusted. Buy limit is adjusted. So new buy limit area that we are looking at here is on gold 3615.71. Stop loss 3608.00. TP target 3630.57. 75 pip stop loss. New adjusted buy limit here on gold, expecting that the market to break again to this key support level. We'll just readjust the buy limit to little higher. So the new price is 3615.71. Stop at 3608.00. TP target at 3630.57. Place the new entry on Xauusd. So here we place the new edited adjusted buy limit. If the market break to this low here, we can see there was one single impulse, expecting one single move back below to this support, and that's where we will be looking for that entry. If the market drop to that, here is the support area that looking for entry in this market. I hope that you guys enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up if you enjoy. And there is a lot of education here, learning and growing as a trader, which is the key for our trading, as everything that we do here, you guys have seen that for very effective way to do that. I don't over trade, I don't FOMO trade, I trade high quality. You guys have seen that already. High quality means rarely we lose. Sometimes we lose, but rarely. Okay, so how much stream is late? I think it's very short, almost instant. Should be, if your internet connection is speed enough, then less than 2 seconds, like that. Stream delay is very low. So giveaway, please. There was giveaway past week. Now, if you want to explore more about the strategy, education, as well as analysis that I'm doing every single day, guys, visit www.forextradingwizard.com, which is the website that we are currently all the courses and education, as well as exploring more about Forex Trading Wizard Academy. You can find link below this video for more education, as well as everything that we have in the academy. This is the academy where you learn the unique strategy. The reason it's completely unique is because every education that you guys have seen in this live session is a fraction of what you learn here in this academy, because here diverse with the tools. Every strategy that I use has also created a tool based on that, so that you learn the strategy and also you use the tool. If you want to use, you can use the tool with the strategy, right? Because if you wanna come on, what's happened? So if you want to compete with the smart money, then you need to really trade smart. You need to use the smart tool. You need to use the smart strategy. You need to use the smart way to trade the market. And that is what we are looking at. If you look at the education that we have in the academy, the strategy that I'm using is based on two mixture of very important. One is observation, long observation. You see that all the product here is original, created after long trial and error. Every tool has updated more than 20 times, 30 times, 50 times. Observation as well as very deep experience learning from the source, right? So mentors that who I worked with before, they are rarely you will find them. That has been mixed with the observation, and that's why you see that this how the strategy is performing in this live session as well as in the premium group. For those who are there, you know that, and that's why you might find it sometime little strange, and that's why it said that normal doesn't make money in trading. So you have to be a little deviation from the normal to become a trader, because it's always counterintuitive being a trader, right? Because everything mostly follow unknowingly the intuition, right? We had a gut feeling and that's why we go for it. But in trading, it's completely the other way around. It's very counterintuitive because our brain is wired to follow specific set. For example, when the price is high, we are tend to sell, right? When the price is low, we tend to buy. Very simple way that regularly follow the same pattern in day out, right? When the price drop, rice price, sugar price drop, we buy. The brain is wired in that way. And the energy flows in the path of least resistance, right? Always follow the same pattern in the energy. We start to think in the same way. That's why you'll see that always the convention, people think in a conventional way, convention always take over, is because the habitual thinking in the same direction, right? Everybody thinks in the same direction, things become very normal and it becomes a reality experience for everyone. That's convention. But when you break that pattern, that's where becomes different. And in trading is exactly what it is. You need to break that habitual way of thinking to become a trader. How do you do that? Right? It's not easy, because that's why there's a term called cognitive dissonance, which is very common in trading. Cognitive dissonance is every trader experience, including myself. Every trader experience cognitive dissonance, and that discomfort is one of the main reasons why traders lose money. And being a trader means that you become very comfortable or becoming uncomfortable until you just overcome that dissonance and you immune to it. You become very good at managing your trading emotion, and then just you go for the strategy, take the trade simply based on the strategy, and that's all, right? Simplest way. There will be more education analysis that I am also sharing every single day. Make sure you join the channel here. You can find link below this video for the Telegram, where you can find more education as well as strategies that I am posting every single day. Here is one thing I don't do, is I do not compromise any trade which is not based on my strategy, right? It's good to have the capital in my account rather than giving it away to a trade deviating from my strategy. But always focus on learning, because learning is every moment. Every moment there is something that you can look at. For example, why am I looking at in this area now, the pending order? What's the chart? Okay, so you can see the market is currently coming down. Potentially we get a trigger. We see the 4-hour chart. From the 1 hour, It's creating a pin bar here, right? So this is the 5 minutes price action. This is a one single move back below here. We got an entry. That's what I'm looking at, guys. Ready for an entry here? Here is a breakup structure here, and then getting the rejection back to the upside here. Would like to see here a breakup structure. This is a 1 minute price action that you can see the market is maintaining that market structure. Okay, so you see that slowly the market is trying to break below. Building that pressure, would like to see the price slowly dropping down here to this where there is a high liquidity in this area. There's a doji that you can see. And looking back on this here, the 15 minutes, which is a long doji. Now, 15 minutes 20 EMA has not been tested yet. If you look at here, you can see. So one more breakdown here is essential to see the market has broken below. Now, after this 15 minutes candle, there is one more 15 minutes candle remaining. That might lead the price to drop again to this support. If you look at the 1 hour candlestick pattern, also forming pretty long doji on the 1 hour price action. So if this 1 hour candle, if you look at here, you can see it's a 1 hour a long wick doji. If this one is closing as a narrow doji, such as red candle or a smaller doji, chances for the next one to come down here to fill that wick is very high. So the possibility for break below is very high, though it is a bull market, but still there is a high chance that market will come back down here for a deeper pullback in this market. There's the key level that we can see after this big red candle from another narrower, smaller doji on the lower time frame, expecting to come back below. Welcome. How often do you stream? Twice every single day. One is London, the other one is NY. Thank you very much. Gbpusd, thanks for valuable information, coach. Welcome. This is what the main goal here is. We are trading community, guys, and we want to grow together, learning together. And I also learned a lot from many of my old students that we had in the academy from very beginning, who are really good in analysis, trade alert that we see every single day posting in the chat. And this is what the aim here, so that we can learn, we can grow as a trader. And what we are looking at when we are trading is, because it's sometime become boring, trading is in fact. But once you know that on the other side, there is always growth. Okay. And trading is like that. Whenever you see the market is in your favor, prices come to the zone, you will be entering and then holding the trade. If not coming, the only thing that we can do is patience. Welcome. Thank you. And if you look at here, you can see what kind of market structure is formed. This is the 5 minutes, a move, pullback, and this is on a sideway now at the moment. and in this area waiting for a break below to this support level and then to return again back to the upside. Still maintaining a very sharp bullish, guys. This is a sometime the market when in a unusual trend like this one, we need to wait for that entry to come to you, because it's a very strongly bullish market. And 15 minutes again we see there is a bullish engulfer, close candle above. Now 4 hour closing also, let's keep moving to the upside. We might see the all-time high that we are looking at in this market, and a bullish engulfer formation. So you can see a complete break back to the upside here in this market, showing a very stronger bullish market structure. We might be looking at 1 minute. If we see that 4 hour price action, if you look at here, it's showing that pretty sharp bullish market structure here in this market. So this is the 1 minute price action here. With this 1 minute 4 hour close coming, Here is the move that you can see from the 1 minute, and the market structure is maintaining that bullish 4-hour candle close coming. So now for us, as the 4-hour close coming, we have 10 minutes to go. It left a neckline here on the lower time frame. This is the 5-minute chart. This is a very strongly bull market, guys. Here the price has shown a stronger bullish impulse since the second candle. The first one during the Asian session that you have seen closed as a doji, followed by the next one has come down, followed by you can see the market every session showing bullish impulse. Now the candle closing also potentially this price, we could see the market to remain upside here, and now 15 minutes trend is now significantly bullish. I think very highly likely with the next candle on the 4-hour, we can expect a break of this support here, 3619 3620 level potentially to be broken here on the lower time frame on gold. And it's currently sharply bullish back to the upside, and current support level that you can see at 3620, which is an important support that you can see. 15 minutes also you can see there is a 10 EMA here respecting 20 EMA below, 10 EMA above, which is showing an uptrending market. What lot size he used? So he used variable lot size based on the risk per trade, depending on how many pip you are risking, because there is no fixed lot. It depends on how much you are risking. So depending on, if you have a smaller stop loss, the lot size get bigger. If you have bigger risk, the lot size drops. Now we had, if you guys look at past week 6 trades, this week the first trading day, I'm still waiting for an entry here, and this is the support level that you can see, which is the 20 EMA from the 15 minutes. And as the candle close coming in 5 minutes, the next level that I'm looking at is 3620 level. So dropping to that level or below, we will be looking for entry. As with the second session, I'm almost at the end of the session, guys. Trading is always keeping with the high edge. That's the key, right? If some trade you miss some trade, that's completely fine, as long as you are always following the strategy. So we are learning here: patience, education, technical analysis, as well as entry. And that being said, we see the market is bullish, looking for an entry in that area. And tomorrow again coming on live twice. This week also pretty volatile day. After the NFP, we can see the market is bullish. That being said, if you want to explore more about the strategy that I am trading, also you can visit www.forextradingwizard.com for more updated education as well as analysis that I am posting every single day. The market is coming for a pullback, and once we see enough pullback has made, we will be looking for the entry from this level if the price drop with one single move back below. Thanks for joining here, guys. I will see you again very soon, trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.